From London, England, where the Queen lives.
Recorded live from an underground bunker and packaged into an MP3 with a pretty little picture. Helping to kickstart your day with the motivation and inspiration you need 365 days a year. This is the Learn, Develop, Live podcast. And this is your host, Chris Jaggs.
Well, hello there. Welcome to the Christmas special episode. Merry Christmas to you, happy holidays, and well, if you're a bit of a Scrooge and can't do all the festive cheer, well, barhumbug to you. This is just a little special something that's published on the big day itself, as there'll be a whole collection of previously released motivational moments next week, the best ones we've had as well, by the download figures anyway, the ones that you've liked the most. But for this episode, I was looking for something a little bit different, and I think last year there was a story or two and a great letter from a mum that just wanted some peace and quiet, but at the same time, just for children not to grow up and just lose the Christmas magic. So for this special, I found some funny stories in a piece written by Jennifer L. Betts from lovetoknow.com, a great resource of information on all topics. So let's get ourselves all comfy, unless you're driving at the moment or maybe you're even out running. Are we good to go? Yes? Okay, let's dive in.
The Learn, Develop, Live podcast.
Let's go! Woo!
Join the motivation.
Join us on social media. Search for Learn, Develop, Live on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter or LinkedIn and join the motivation.
Right, here we go then. Now, the first story is called The Ugly Tree and reads a little something like this. The cats had an obsession with the Christmas tree. The entire holiday season, it was a miserable job to keep the cat out of the tree. Thankfully, it was Christmas Eve, and the tree would be coming down soon enough. However, it was then the oversized barn cat decided that it was time to wage war. Unfortunately, the tree stand wasn't up to the added weight of the voluptuous tomcat. It came crashing to the ground with a thunderous boom. Upon hearing the resounding crash, the entire family woke up. The living room floor looked like a Christmas wasteland, with ornaments rolling under the couch and the tree crushing presents. The cat slinked away under the radar to pick the needles out of its fur. Bobby, the youngest, looked up at his mother in wonder. Dad was right, Mum. Santa thought your Christmas tree was ugly too. Our second story is called Bad Christmas Tree. Now, 3-year-old Maria's new secret puppy pooped under the Christmas tree before her father could put it in hiding. When Maria came home from her grandma's on Christmas Eve, she went to look at the Christmas tree. Seeing the poop on the floor, Maria quickly ran into the kitchen to her mother. "Mum, I think you need to give the Christmas tree a time out." "Why?" her mum asked curiously. "It pooped on the floor." Our next story is called Unfortunate Christmas Cookies. 2 weeks before Christmas, 4-year-old Christy found out that she was allergic to gluten. Christmas Eve had been packed with activities, with no time to get Christmas cookies. Her mum picked up some gluten-free ones at the store. That way, Christy will be able to have a snack too. That night, Christy's father ate one of the leftover Santa cookies. It went down the wrong tube on the last bite and he choked for a few minutes. Thinking nothing of it, the parents went to bed. That morning was full of fun and opening presents. The family was sitting down to breakfast with their new toys when Christy looked at a gluten-free toast with a sad look. "Mum, I think we should send Santa a sorry note." "Why?" her mother asked. "I heard him gagging on cookies last night." Shady Santa is our next short story and goes a little something like this. Santa was visiting the school. Parents were asked to provide a present for their children a few days before the teachers could give it to Santa with their name on it. 5-year-old Tiana was very excited to see Santa. However, she was slightly disappointed by his very apparent fake beard and slender figure. Looking at her teacher, she stated, "I don't think that's the real Santa." Her teacher tried to console her, but she still looked at Santa suspiciously. After getting a present, she came to sit next to the teacher and opened the present. "See, I told you he was a real Santa. He knew just what you wanted. Tiana eyed the man suspiciously and said, "Yeah, but he's still shady." Our next tale is called Santa's Secret Identity. A little boy secretly follows a department store Santa to the changing room. The man comes out in his street clothes, ready to go home, and the boy pops out. "I knew it!" Nervously, the man looks around asking, "Knew what?" Smiling ear to ear, the little boy leans in close and whispers, "I knew Santa wouldn't be able to keep an eye on all little girls and boys without a secret identity." The man smiles, nodding. "Just make sure you don't tell anyone." The little boy nods enthusiastically. "I won't, Sant." The boy pauses, looking around cautiously, adding, "I mean, Kris Kringle." And finally, my favourite short story, and it's called The Magic Hat. After school, Timmy was digging through his father's closet. "What are you looking for?" his father asked, looking at the mess. "I'm seeing if you have a magic hat," Timmy stated, throwing a blazer out of the closet, and added, "We watched Frosty the Snowman at school today, and they used a hat to bring him to life. It looked like the one that you wore on Grandma's birthday." With a knowing smile, the father looked at the boy. "You want to see if my top hat will bring our snowman to life?" his father asked affectionately. "No," the boy replied, looking at him with one shoe in his hand. "I want to try it on my Optimus Prime." And that's our last story and all we have for this festive episode. I hope you have, or had, depending on when you listen to this, an incredible Christmas and special holidays, whatever you're doing. I'll be back with more soon, but until then, take care of yourselves and each other.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas to everybody!
Recorded live from a secret underground bunker, this is the Learn, Develop, Live podcast.
Goodbye.
What? It's over already?
All over.
Thank you for listening to the Learn, Develop, Live podcast. I hope you feel as warm, motivated, and fuzzy inside as I do. You can connect with Chris at LearnDevelopLive.com or on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
I won't say goodbye. I'll just say until we meet again.
Until next time, join the motivation. Motivation.